Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Against the Storm. Actually, Against the Storm Strategy and Tactics. I gotta stop underselling myself on this one. So, in our last episode, we did Foxglen, the take over a failing settlement from a viceroy that fled, and boy howdy did they service up a stinker. Which is why I did not name it after one of my name and game patrons, because I did not want to insult any of them as being the originator of that town name. But we are going back to name and game patrons with future settlements. Now, that being said, speaking of future settlements, actually before we do that, let's spend some of our resources. We did get a reward. And we've got enough. I think I might finish off the brass forge, getting +2 storage capacity in buildings, let more stuff accumulate before workers need to take it away. Not quite as impactful as the workers carrying capacity, but the alternatives are embarkation bonuses that are more useful in the final seal, so useful later, but not right now, or more embarkation bonuses. Now, there are some impactful end caps here. Newcomer goods, probably going to be the next one I chase. But let's finish this one off. Okay. The other thing that we got from our escapade is 25 plant fiber. So now every settlement we begin will start with 3 new people for free and 25 extra plant fiber. Now, yes, I know the 3 new people are vastly more important than the plant fiber, but the plant fiber is an important safety net that lets us manipulate our embarkation strategy and guarantee that we have some extra cloth without having to invest lots of points in it. Now, we are faced with 2 more exclamation points. And I am more interested in the exclamation points than I am the world map modifiers, only because exclamation points, if successful, give you recurring resources. That is more impactful than the royal resupplies from the world map modifiers. Well, the negative ones anyway. That being said, I am going to be doing them when possible, but when offered up exclamation points for extra resources, we take those. Now, the two options we have here is the tree grazer, which we can either follow the beast and have it in our settlement, but we get a rain punk shredder. This large automaton can fell multiple trees without returning to camp, can be triggered from the main warehouse. So this is basically a tree shredding robot, but you can only use it for 3 times. I don't like that. And then woodcutters camp upgrades. I've never actually seen what the upgrade tree is for woodcutters camps. But apparently you can only do it by objectives, but it also expires after only 3 settlements. So it's not, both of these rewards have limited shelf life. So not that interested. Now up here, followers of the Forsaken Gods. So our 2 options are lose 2 villagers, which would leave us at a +1 instead of +3 to gain seal fragments and reserve embarkation points. Or we can do it the hard way, join the ritual, win before year 8 ends, and I can solve my villages faster than year 8, but with 10 dead villagers, not departed villagers, not ones that ran away because they were scared and had low resolve. They explicitly need to be dead. And you know what? I think we can accomplish that and still win. And the reward is 5 reserve embarkation points, which is even better than a royal resupply, and 25 mushrooms at the start of each settlement, which, hey, a little extra food. And I mean, the theme of this whole cycle has been mushrooms are good for us, because almost every settlement along the way, we have leaned rather heavily on mushrooms for one reason or another, and they have done as well. So to have, it would be thematically appropriate. Also thematically appropriate that we had a lot of villagers die last one, and it's probably going to happen this one too. Also, for those of you who like the altar of sacrifice, the prestige building that you get, well, guess what? We're going to be building it again, because that's a good way to get some dead villagers for this particular quest. Right. Let's join the ritual. All right, let's see what we have here. Now, I'm looking at here, and I'm looking at the frogs. Frogs, a frog firekeeper will allow us to have more newcomers. And being that we know already from the start of this mission that we are going to be sacrificing people, we know for a fact that this is, we need to replace people. We need people to replace the sacrifices with. Not to mention, this pack is the only one that comes with extra people. And the resources on the other two packs, not terribly enticing. Lizards, not my absolute favorite, but they I don't dislike them. The only real reason I am not a huge fan of them, one, their starting ability is probably the weakest for just 10 tools. Secondly, almost all of their resolve comes from extra foods, which means if you want to activate almost all of their resolve bonuses besides the housing, you need to feed them like 4 different types of food, which means they are consuming 4 times the amount of food, 8 times if you get the unlucky double consumption crit from the prestige. And yeah, that just makes them really hard to maintain a resolve push. So not my favorites, but their unique building, the service building, the clan hall, probably one of the best service buildings in the game. So they have redeeming qualities. So let's go with this pack. Now, for our resources, we are going to definitely take the wood. Oh yeah, what we are on? So we are in the bamboo flats. So there is no naturally occurring fertile soil, but we can feed the fluffbeak to make fertile soil if we decide to go that route. Given our current 2 races are ones that tend to lean into meat, maybe not the first choice here. All right, so I'm going to go with bricks, because frogs want brick houses, so we want extra bricks for them. I'm not going to necessarily go for fabric. I keep calling it cloth, by the way. I realized in my past videos, I will always refer to this stuff as cloth. It's legitimately fabric, but I just keep calling it cloth because it looks like cloth to me. Sorry. So just to clear up any confusion there. We definitely want more villagers, because again, we're going to be plowing through people here. And then I know planks being higher is not my favorite. We can go for, there is stone naturally available, so I think I might go, well, there's also oil in the trees, so it's slightly less impactful to get oil from our thing. But that being said, an oil solve early, if required, as we've seen in the past, very impactful. And I don't want to start off with a farm here because, I mean, we'd have to start feeding the fluffbeak early, and that thing gets hungry. It's especially difficult for a young village. So I think I'm going to go with the oil, and then we'll get the cheap 42 veggies. Yes, I know we already have veggies, so we're going to just have tons of veggies. We might not be able to do some early complex foods, but that's okay. All right, now, proper name. Valenrook Brook. And let's keep marching up the prestige. So we are officially in uncharted territory for me. I have won off-screen settlements in prestige all the way up to prestige 12. But this is my first prestige run. Fewer cornerstone choices. Yeah, you thought having 2 choices yanked away from you on the blueprints was rough. Now we have 2 choices taken away from us on the cornerstone rolls as well. So we get to deal with that. All right, let's dive in and let's kill some villagers. Not right away. We need to get established first, but yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Our boon requires complex foods, but this is actually one of the better boons. The increased chance to have double yields is great. Also, I realize we start with 17 villagers, which is crazy good. I've never started with that many villagers, but we can make use of that. Muddy ground, not a problem. Fog, not a problem. Death and decay. Ooh! Okay, we need to be very careful with this one. Because when you sacrifice villagers to that storm altar, that thing only can take place during a storm. If we sacrifice a villager while we are at hostility 4 and above, they will turn into blood flowers, and that will turn into bigger problems for us. So we need to make sure that we do all of our sacrificing while keeping hostility under 4. Duly noted. And then destroying the yield, obnoxious. But yeah. Not the worst set of things. All right, we've got even more vegetables. Probably not going to prioritize gathering those, but that's all right. And I think... So frogs are supposed to give me an insight into a ruin. Wow, our nearest ruin is alarmingly far. It's a forager's camp. That's good intel. So now we know we do not need to take a forager's camp. If offered in the blueprint rolls, we can just get one salvaged from here. That also gives us points us in the right direction for which glades we might want to crack into, because we want to burrow into something that we know there is. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do that in the first year, but we can at least crack into this glade. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a burrow. It'll be a slightly late opening that could subject us to a messy first solve, because if it takes us too long to start solving it, it might spill over, and if there's a if it might make some people leave in the first storm, is where I'm going with that. That being said, we also don't have foxes, so we do not have a fast means to solve glade events. We can still solve them if we start working them almost right away, but we don't have nearly the window we would have if we had foxes. Let's look at our first blueprints, 2 of them. Oil press right off the rip, all really good. Also paste recipe right off the rip, very useful, because we have frogs and harpies, both of them like paste, and paste recipe is probably the least commonly offered. Now granted, it's only 1 star, but again, when we have blueprints like this, we cannot be picky. Also, this oil uses vegetables, which we have a freaking ton of. No means to make flour, but we don't really need flour right now. In fact, I don't actually think anyone really cares about flour. A press pick would be for both the paste and the oil, both of which very useful. Specialization bonus doesn't match any of our species, but that's okay. Uses clearance water. We don't have any geysers, but it's better than the herb garden. it's better than the herb garden. Because we know we're not going to stumble into a patch of fertile soil because we're on the bamboo flats, and I do not want to waste resources feeding the fluff beak early. So yeah, this is an instant pick. Now we get to see the next one. Trapper's Camp or Forester's Hut. Now Trapper's Camp, no immediate use to us, but it might be useful. A Forester's Hut could be useful for our metal, but we'd have to engage the fluff beak. I'm going to let that sit for just a hot minute. All right, I'm getting myself turned around. Yeah, this is the one that has the Forager's Camp. All right, so let's go in Woodcutter's Camp. And I want to place this near here because in addition to burrowing our way here, I want to clear out trees from around here to maximize the space that we have around our initial hearth. This one's a little bit cramped. So we're going to go here. This is probably our shortest burrow path. Now, let me think. I might actually go for double Woodcutter's Camp because of how many people we have. Both to make sure we have a decent supply of wood and also to be chopping while the hostility doesn't really matter. I will go start getting us an early Stonecutter's Camp. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't need the early Forager's Camp right away, just because of how much of this stuff we started with. As far as the early, well, we can't build it until we get ourselves some planks. But actually, hang on. Let me take a look at the paste recipe. Do we have what we need? Because I know we started with some dye. And we start with some eggs. Okay. All right, so we actually want to build this press right away so that we can start making and producing paste as a complex material ASAP. Unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to make one of those, so it's gonna delay that a little bit. Crude workstation, please. I'll throw down the makeshift post too. We also want to get a rain collector down. Although the rain collector, getting that down isn't as important because our critical building is going to need clearance water. So I'll still plan it out on here. But yeah, and then of course we cannot forget our trading post. Now the Forsaken Altar, what we're going to use to sacrifice villagers, we will be building this, but there's no use in doing it until we qualify for the first activation here. But yeah, trading post, that's a given. We'll put you next to the fluff beak. Which again, I don't even know if I'm going to interact with the fluff beak in this one. And then let's lay down plenty of roads. Actually, we'll put you up like that. Get our roads going. Now that I'm thinking about it, let's move you to like here. Then we can move our woodcutter's camp all the way up here. Clear away and we can make that a road, and the rest of these don't need roads right away. Okay, I think we're in good shape here. I'm going to enable the veggie tables in case people need a snack before we have our complex food up and running. Also, I might throw down the foragers camp just to give people something to do. Because we have so many villagers. Like, it'll be the first thing that we yank people out of if we need warm bodies elsewhere, but for the time being, look at that flurry of activity. Okay, I'm not sure if I do not want to use our eggs for our provisions, so we will go provisionless for the moment. No packs of crops yet until I see a fish pond worth tapping into. This one we want 2 people in. There's no... We want planks to start off with. I want a... Give me a limit of 12 for you. We don't start with any metal, so no extra pipes. We could tell you to turn... To start making some extra fabric with this, but we might get into until we need it. No reason to dive into it. And then let's get. None of these really have any boosters associated with them. This one wants to have frogs. All right, good. We have a frog firekeeper. They will get newcomers coming faster. Yeah, there's nothing that the harpy specialization will do. We're already at hostility level 2 just from all the woodcutters, but that's okay. That's all right. I might hot swap in the harpy when we go to transport the goods to whatever event is here, especially if it's a high volume event, if only to start work on it faster. All right, cornerstones, of which we only have 2 to pick from. We already have oil coming out the wazoo, but we do have a nominal amount of stone, and boosting that would be useful. Because we don't know if this might be the only stone patch we get the whole game, and just having a much higher volume of stone for all of our brick and other needs is going to be very impactful. Let's keep building roads as we get here. Now, as far as shelters go, we need 2 frog houses, which we can build, because they refuse to live in shelters. Regular shelters, that is. Yeah, that's fine. Because we have 4 farms, 2 frog houses will house all the frogs. The others, so that leaves us with 13 people, which could be handled by 2 big shelters, but we don't have if we had a good planks recipe early on, I'd say let's go for that. We don't. We do have this, but again, this is not the greatest. We'll chip away at it. Let me plan at least 1 shelter, 1 regular shelter, only because we're going to have a leftover anyway, even if we do two other ones. So we know we have to build at least 1 regular vanilla shelter. And again, we don't know if we're going to need to trade call a trader sooner rather than later. All right, let's look at our orders. Rain engines is a really good one. It gives us oil, which actually isn't that impactful to us, because we are already this early in the game solved for oil. So getting 30 free oil really isn't going to move the needle for us. Now, doing 4 trade routes, that's a slower burn, but I do like that it gives us wildfire essence. That makes up for the fact that we're not getting extra parts. The extra amber is good, the extra villagers are good. I'll take businessman. Speedy real estate. Have 1 hearth engage to level 3. Okay. This is going to require us to hard pivot, but I don't know if we're going to have the lumber for a hard pivot like this. I would prefer not to deliver amber, but this kind of plays into the other ones. Blue metal is really nice if we know we could get it, because it's only 5 blue metal. Like, this is really good. 15 fabric will help us with harpy houses. 3 people over 2. 5 parts is way better than 6 tools. All right, I've sold myself. We will find a way to get blue metal, even if it involves us buying it from a trader at some point. TikTok, dangerous. All right, I'm gonna sit on this one. This one's good tempo with extra people and extra planks. This one is good longer term, especially if we get ourselves a salt mine, but let's open the glade and see if we have a salt mine. So before I commit, I'm just going to leave that one on the table. All right, we are making our thing so we can start getting our complex food going. We will throw the 3 harpies in here because, yeah, the engineering specialization does not match any of our people here. And then we will enable paste for our people. I'd pipe it, but and I probably will pipe it anyway, but that doesn't give us it won't be till drizzle or clearance that we have clearance geysers, or well, clearance. Yeah, actually I'm not going to employ people here, even though we just built this, because I need the extra builders. I want to make sure all of our stuff gets built in a timely manner. Why is the harpies resolve low? Seriously, why is the resolve low? Seriously, why is it low? Do I need to build a harpy house? You won't be able to build a small warehouse without the fabric anyway. I will have my 1 frog sitting in there. I'll probably switch a 2nd frog into there. We don't have any comfort level stuff. I mean, I could run comfort engines for the harpies. But if I favor them, that's going to send the lizards packing. Seriously, why did you go low? I think it's because I am disallowing them coats, and they have coats. So I will enable them to have coats, and hopefully they will get the memo. All right, what are we up against? Ooh, kills 2 random villagers. Now, don't get me wrong. I would actually much prefer this effect. But this kills 2 random villagers. That's two off our list. We could wait till we get more of these. And also, the kills 2 random villagers this doesn't have the lingering stuff. So if we start it close to storm, this isn't going to cause extra hostility the way this one is. So yeah, this is excellent. And we just need some stone, which we are gathering fast enough for me to not worry about it. Extra bricks. All right, this is a worthy cache to open at some point. Storm geyser, not quite what we were looking for, but ooh, look at that. Oh wait, no, this is herbalist camp. So this will not be tapped into by that, nor does this give us what we need for our meat. Now, looking at our last order here, no signs of salt, and we don't really need this. So this is 3 glade events, but we only have 2 here. This does count as a glade event, but we're gonna have to open up another glade to actualize that. I'm still going to sit on my blueprints here because, again, well, hang on. Looking at here, natural resources. So meat is the only occurring trappers camp natural resource. But if we get a big meat node, we want a big meat node, especially with lizards in the party here. Man, I really don't want to feed the fluffbeak just to get it above the mascot level to get the +2. I mean, I could hot swap in a lizard here to give us a +1 to global, because that's the lizard ability. They would slow down our newcomers, but c'est la vie. That may be what we need. The other thing I could do is just take some people out of woodworking here. Now that we've cracked open this glade, could probably... Yeah, that solves the problem more efficiently. And now we have a couple extra warm bodies, or cold bodies. Sorry, lizards. To work these. Yeah, we don't need the extra comfort here, and we have enough people now to work. Now, being that we have a quest for trade routes, we will need to get packs of provisions going, but again, I am not tapping into our eggs because that is explicitly needed for our initial run of paste. And we definitely want to get meat up and running, which we do have a small meat node here. Now, I might take the Trapper's Camp. Even though we don't need it for that, it does harvest meat faster. That being said, it would be a bit of a I don't want to say a waste, but a bit of an iffy proposition to just take that and only ever have it harvest us up 2 small meat nodes for our number 2 blueprint. But I've had less impactful blueprint picks in the past, so. It's not without precedent, and it's not a death sentence. It is certainly tempting. I do want to build a small warehouse. That much is very clear. But what other things can we get to make? Yeah, I mean, yes, meat is a thing, but if we have paste that wants meat and provisions that want meat, we're going to be tearing through our meat pretty quickly. But yeah, for now, you guys just make all the paste. No limits. I might have you... Yeah, we're turning off meat for this. We're turning off plants. We want the vegetables to be your thing of choice here. With this group here, I'm fine mixing in the oil, and we'll put a cap of 50 on there. Not that we need a ton of oil because we embarked with it. That much was a bit of a whiff, but I had no way of knowing that we were going to have press as our first blueprint. And then, yeah, let me just confirm once we get the stones. We need 45 of them. I might start the teardown process. I mean, granted, the minute we kick it off, we're going to have 2 villager deaths. So the longer I delay in doing it, the longer we'll have work time of those villagers. So let's actually just wait for the stone. And actually, let's wait for the thing here, because we have a generous timer on our hands. So I'm not worried about not being able to solve this on time. And then, yeah, let's get a couple of big shelters down here. It's too bad I can't rotate it the other way. And then we will also get down a park to get to level 1. As soon as this is up, then we can also circle back and pop that when we're good and ready for it. Did I not take this third pick? Yeah, I did not. But I decided that I wanted to take the third pick. I mean, it says tick-tock, but it's not a timed event. It's just that has no, well, all right. Salt is good for us if we get a salt deposit, because salt can be made into paste. So I'm not going to do that. It's a tough one because we kind of need to make a judgment call before we start solving for these. And this salt does appear on this. Yes, yeah, right, yeah. Salt. We can get salt mines here, and we absolutely want salt mines. So in that case, yes. Keep hitting the wrong button. We will go for the tick-tock. And that gives us more wildfire essences, so we can spam out our stuff a little bit more aggressively. Also, I realize we probably need a little bit less housing than I thought we would, because we're going to lose 2 people soon. And also, getting 1 extra rep early on will help us get a new blueprint. Let's draw the road a little bit further in. All right. We've got the stone. Let's tear down, have our first 2 deaths of the day. And it killed one of the guys solving for the event. Actually, do I need 2 people on this? Probably not, actually. Because with 1 person, it'll take 7 minutes, 27 seconds, which is still more than enough time. And this is a one-time thing. He doesn't, like, keep killing people. But yeah, that helped us out. It gave us more impatience, but not too much impatience. Also, yeah, let me, I'm going to forbid that, so that everybody is eating paste, including the lizards, which that's like the one food they don't like. All right, well, one of 3 foods they don't like. Also, we can stop pampering the harpies and wasting our coats early. They have paste available to eat, so their resolve will get boosted. And yeah, we're already at 2 of 10. That was a fortuitous event to get. Normally, I would probably solve for the other method because that gives us big discounts on pipe installation and rain engine production, which is useful longer term. But I mean, for this map, for this challenge, we want the deaths. Oh yeah, let's tap into that, even though we don't necessarily need it. Let's also get. All right, this is annoying me because it means I'm going to have to feed the fluff beak if I actually want to go the crystallized dew route to solve for metal, because there's no copper mine. mines. Copper ore is not one of our mines. The only other real source of metal on this map is scales if we find a copperfin pond. So hitting up the fluff beak, but I really don't want to feed this damn thing because, I mean, yes, I could feed it our vegetables, but our vegetables can turn into oil. Now, granted, that oil is going to make warming it very easy, and then the rainwater, it'll be very easy to give it that. All right, maybe I'll feed it then once we get stormwater online. But I really, really don't want to feed it the food. Maybe when I get this... Oh, well, actually, crates of copper ore. But we'd have to stumble upon a thing that would give us metal. But you know what? I'm going to say this is good enough for metal. So I'm going to take the trapper's camp. And now we get offered the carpenter. Boom. Glad I muscled through that. Now we have a carpenter. Now we can make planks properly. I mean, we need... what, 2 more? We don't have any in storage, so we'll let you guys finish these 2 productions of it. We'll take you off of here because we don't need you both running at full bore. All right, and we've got more than enough shelters now. Well, we will momentarily. Just making sure. Okay, yep. Yep, you're going to finish in more than enough time. That's fine. And actually what I'm going to do is make sure that you get the higher priority. I don't want those planks going to here. Yeah, no more planks, please. Do, however, make me some fabric. We could also use a top off of bricks. Although, no, we don't need a top off of bricks because we're going to get bricks from here. Yeah, we can have one guy smacking away here. Let's prioritize the bricks followed by the grain. Can we feed the fluff beak grain? We can. All right, the grain... Well, no, I'm not going to feed the fluff beak unless I've already passed by that one farm. So we are back to let us ignore and starve the fluff beak. All right, new people, absolutely. 3 lizards. Sure, why not? Don't need the containers. But I need the warm bodies, so I'll take the warm bodies. We could get a couple of... Yeah, with those insects. Let's get a thing of provisions cooking with those insects. You can have one of you chiseling away at those. You guys probably don't need all 3 at this point. And yeah, fish, eggs, or meat. We definitely need to build our trapper's camp up here. And we definitely can stick our lizards there because they get a bonus from that. Worrisome is that we are running a little bit low on paste because, like, well, literally everybody is eating it. But we don't really have a super established component to it because we don't have salt production or dye production. We're just farming off of the starting dye that we started off with. So that's a little bit worrisome. Oh, shoot! Would be helpful if I piped you. Which is a little bit too little too late, because you've already gone through all of your stuff and you guys are now paused. Let's give a big 20 here. We don't have any luxuries, which is fine. We could make... No, I don't want to make tools. What am I talking about? Yeah, we will pull the harpies off from here. What I might do... Yes, the problem is the lizards are eating all of this paste, but they're not really deriving any happiness from it. Let's let them eat veggies. I would rather just save the paste for those that actually are going to enjoy it, because they are going to really enjoy it. And then as the lizards eat, we will... I mean, we want to very quickly find something that they will enjoy properly. Also, we should probably build a... because we can probably get you to... yeah, level 2 already. Let's get a garden. And then we'll actually get some fences. And that will, those combined will get you to level 2. Okay. The fog is nothing. Off-road speed, minor inconvenience. Really? I mean, we've got them all housed. And yeah, that is +3, but... what other things are you... Oh, we finally have our ability to sell stuff. Yeah, I don't particularly need roots. So I'll sell a thing of roots. I'm not letting go of my stone. Plentiful as it is, I'm not letting go of my stone for 1 for 1. That's just insulting. Trying to think what I can do to boost lizard resolve without having to waste things. Making them eat the vegetables is not... that's not making them unhappy. They don't care about coats, so we can't bribe them with the harpy coats. Yeah, this doesn't do anything positive or negative with their... I mean, I guess I could put one of them in here and turn on the comfort engine. I do need to be careful about my water use, because if I spawn too many cysts early, we're kind of screwed. Alright, maybe I'll just hot swap in a lizard as the fire keeper. That actually works. That does not work. Alright, fine. You win. I'll leave you at 1. That way we don't need to worry about you guys leaving us. And I'll put the frogs back when we get out of storm. Because I want to have a couple lizards to start gathering meat. Oh, you're already done here. That's nice. I'll probably pull this lizard out too. Keeping a close eye on my vegetables. I know we have one person gathering. That's not going to be very quick, but well, if we need to let them eat other raw stuff, I will. Or if I need to let them eat the paste, but I'd rather them not eat the paste. Aha! You are up and ready. Get the automaton bloke. We are down 2 pipes. Sadness. Because this would be a good one. Problem with lizards is they also take one of the shortest breaks. If I pull you out, then you're gonna be negative resolution or negative resolve. You don't need to be in there anymore, but I want to make sure that we have lizards specifically. Working these, and then we'll have the Heart be our lone constructor. Now question, do we... Yeah, I think we throw down a small hearth here. This is a little bit out of the way. I might save it for this glade since we know we're going to crack it open. And that way, you know, yeah, this glade will need to have a little bit of a hike, but that's okay. Wait a minute. You were hiding on me. Doesn't move the needle terribly far, but it does give us, I think, can this be pack of provisioned? No, unfortunately. It can be fluff beaked, but not pack of provisioned. Did. What this will do is give us 20 amber. You know what? Help speed up. Get 20 amber in time for our first trader, who will be coming shortly. We're going to have you start nibbling away up here. I don't want to crack into the glade just yet, but let's just start nibbling away at the... And then you know what? I don't think we need double-barreled. Alright, I'm going to enable roots. Trade routes. You know what? I am going to do 11 for 1, only because we have a thing that says that's based on the number of trade routes. We're only going to do it at a strength 1. Ooh, once this goes up, I can stop pampering the lizards here, because that will bring our base resolve up 1. Yeah, you guys are almost done here. I do want to trade for more paste materials, if possible. There we go. And this is going to affect, well, all of our harpies and our frogs. Copper extractor, machinery specialize. Gain a copper for every 5. all crystallized dew production is reduced. Reckless plunder, doubling chance. Well, copper extractor gives us a source of metal if we can smelt. And since we are not pivoting towards crystallized dew, we can just trade for it for our one mission. Let me just double check the rewards here to make sure we're not locking into anything that would otherwise want it. Doesn't look like it. Pottery and wine, no thank you. Building materials, no thank you. God, that's an awful reward for those. So I guess we're doing pottery and wine. Outposts, doable. Feast for complex food and fuel. Oh God. Yeah, that's... All right, well, we do need to get complex food up solved for the lizards, but the fuel is easy. I think we go copper extractor. Yeah, we can take you out for now. Take you out for now. And now we can burrow. Farloff. Would you mind waiting, my dear sir? Because I want to have my amber at the ready here. I'm going to take you two out. And see if we can't get someone, gathering this faster. Don't worry, we're not going to let them go. But I also want to crack open into the glade to see what event we have, in case we need to buy something specific to solve for it. All right, got that. All right, any minute now, please crack open into the glade. Also, let's take a look at our ranch. Or bakery. Pie is a lizard food. Lizards like that. So this is just another source of meat. Or eggs. Actually, eggs slightly more efficient. Yeah, eggs more efficient than meat, which is good for our paste. Leather's fine, but it would be really nice to make pie. And then we also know we need to make pottery. Do we have a source of clay in this biome? We do not. So pottery's probably off the table. Ranch is so good. Ranch is so freaking good. Granted, getting all the extra goodies means nothing if we don't have the dye. But yeah, let's crack open into the glade before we make any purchases or decisions on blueprints. All right, there we go. A salt vein. Oh, I am so glad I went the salt route. I did go the salt route, right? Please tell me I did that. Large flax field. That definitely cements ranch, because that flax can turn into meat, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, good, pickles. That'll solve our lizards. And then for our event, eggs, mushrooms, wine for the event. Hello? We have got the coats. We've got the bricks. Do we want to pay the bricks? No, we probably want to pay the planks. Because we have that as a better means of production here. Okay. All right. Small warehouse goes down here. And also we have this. Forager's Camp doesn't actually do anything for us at the moment, but it's a better Forager's Camp, so it's faster at foraging, which means we can vacuum up this stuff faster and also this grain faster. All right, so we know we want the ranch. That's a given. All right, Farloff, what do you've got? Oh, 4 crystallized dew. There's our mission. Done. Haulers? No, thank you. Dye production would be great if we had dye production. We do not. And you don't have dye for sale. I could buy... All right, 35 pottery. I need to be reminded. Any of these give me pottery. This is going to give me the wine for that quest. That does not have pottery, so I do probably need to buy the pottery from you, which is fine. So yeah, 5 metal, and then for your pottery, since we randomly got 2 of it from our arrivals, 33. Wow, we are down so many parts already. So we're not selling those. And we're not taking that because we already know that's going to get nerfed. Gain 2 bricks for pot. No, thank you. So that's all of that, which is almost what we need. We can hawk some tools. Actually, that brings us to exactly what we need. All right, we got more people. We know we do not need Forager's Camp, and god dang it! Alchemist Hut is going to be worse because of our hubris here, of our copper extractor. I'm sorry I doubted you. But no, we're definitely not taking the Forager's Camp because we're going to get one. Tea and wine... not great coverage, and in a pinch we could make some crystallized dew very inefficiently. Man, I don't know. Well, we already know. I already know. Alchemist Hut. Because if anything, we can make the other stuff to sell as luxury packs. Both of those require containers. We don't have container manufacturing, and I don't want to sell our other stuff just yet. So not going to actually use those just yet, but that's fine. Got a bunch more lizards. We have too many lizards. No, sir, I don't like it. Let's get a couple harpy houses down because we got a big influx of cloth. We can also, well, we're probably going to put the bigger hearth up here. We're going to move you up here and have you do some cleanup of the glade here. Buy 2 more pipes. I think that's a worthwhile purchase here to get us to 1 more piped building. That would let us pipe up the carpenter. Or the ranch. I probably want to pipe up the ranch more. Let's get the ranch cut. Oh wait, crap. I just realized we need to solve for this glade event. Well, we just got a whole bunch of cloth. And we want them to finish this up first. All right, we'll get the wine there first. This will give us a little tick of impatience, but that's actually just fine. We can also get you guys working on this so that we can get our lizards fed. Looking at our food totals. Oh yeah, selling stuff. We can sell our coal. I'm okay with that. I am not okay selling parts. Well, maybe one part, because this will allow us more here. I think what we can do here is not salvage it, no, rebuild it. Because then we can get a better version working. And then we can just scrap that and recover the parts from it. All right, here we want you eggs. We don't want to, yeah. You make eggs. Eggs are the most efficient thing for us at the moment. Both of you make eggs. And we will pipe you, which also means we need to get we still have some roots to go. I'm just going to preemptively scrap that. The other thing I want to do, we need to find one person to pull out of something. Yeah, everyone's working on events. I mean, I guess you don't need 3 people there. Yeah, the packs here, we are getting insects. I think we're getting them from the trees, but I would prefer you making your insect packs. Oh yeah, we gotta turn down the comfort engine. Not that we're wasting water on it with nobody in here and working, but we should get somebody in here and working, because we are starting to run a little bit low. Let me think. Who can we poach from? We're good on planks, so we'll poach a couple harpies here. Yeah, and they're grabbing the meat, and that's what the meat's for. That's what the eggs are going to be for. Also, we will make sure that the lizards have pickles enabled so that once this is finished and delivered, once this right here is done, we will put our hearth up here. We also need 2 more houses, which again, harpy houses. Might as well stick it down here. Yeah, we're almost done with all the stone here. And I don't see any more stone at the moment. That's not to say we aren't going to be cracking into more glades. At least we'll get some parts back. More people? We can do more people. I would prefer fewer lizards, given everyone's diets here and our current setup. So yeah, we're going to do that. That means one more frog house, which is going to require a little bit of bricks. An obnoxiously additional 1 brick. We'll do a 12er here. We'll do a 12er here. We will throw 1 person in here. Oh, we do also want a harvester's camp up here to get at these, because these will give us, oh, this gives us some clay and insects critically. I'm more excited for the insects than the clay. Okay, this is all cleaned up and we can use it to start harvesting properly. All right, looks like we are starting to get our goodies in, which means pickled goods, which means we should be getting, yeah, feast should be coming online shortly. It won't stay on forever, but we'll have it for at least 30 seconds. And yeah, we need more packs here. We're about to solve a whole bunch of orders here. Which is great. We should probably build that Forsaken altar at this point, because we know, well, now we definitely need bricks. And that just ran dry. Let's plan out the Forsaken altar. I don't think it needs to be in... Wow, this thing is... Hey, we can stick it out in the boonies. It does not need to be occupying valuable hearth space. Let me move you guys over here so you can start nibbling away at that. Then we could probably crack into this glade next. I don't particularly feel like clawing through this wall of trees to get the forbidden one. But this one's going to be an easy ask and in close proximity. In fact, we could probably start on the hearth like right now, without having to wait for this. Actually, we will bump this up a priority so it does not have to wait behind the Forsaken Altar's brick requirement. +2 oil production is huge. Yeah, now we're past the first tick of Forsaken Altar. Advanced Rain Collector or the Tavern. Tavern... Tavern gives us exactly luxury for just the frogs. I think the Advanced Rain Collector is probably more our speed. Does require 8 pipes though. This might be a reroll. Okay. Boots. All three of our races want boots. This is unfortunately not very efficient, but it is very efficient fabric, which is going to be good. Then on the flip side, we've got market, which is leisure. Nobody cares about leisure. And treatment, only the harpies. We go weaver. Let's get somebody in here making planks for us. You guys are still making us lots of eggs. Yeah, the wine will come from here. Let's get some people in here. And yeah, we're just missing the bricks here. We can turn off fabric for you, because now we can make it so much more efficiently. Alright, we're not selling those. We're not selling the grain because that's being actively used. 12 stone for 4 amber is ludicrously good. Especially since now we're going to have a trickle of clay coming in from these, which means that even if we blow through all of our stone, it's still going to be pretty good. Oh, that's the other thing I want to do here. Let's make sure you guys trim this so that we can set up a salt mine. Because that will solve for our paste in the long run. Even if we don't get dye, the salt is the alternative recipe for paste. So we don't have to scramble and panic for dye. We will not die if we don't have dye. And oh yeah, I used those pipes for the ranch. And don't regret that. I do not regret that in a moment. Ranch is going to be more actively used, which could be a bad thing. Well, we're in good shape for a hot minute in terms of blight rot. What we want to avoid is being in corruption territory by storm of second year, because then that means we have to scramble to get a blight post down, and I'm not really ready for it. I'm not worried about that because we've got basically infinite fuel for that. Here we can see the blight rot progress. So we could probably turn off the engine at like 15 of 16. And then for you, because we can tolerate, I think we have, how many cysts do we have? I see 1 cyst. Given the percentages, hang on, I think this tells us. Yeah, we have 2 cysts. We can tolerate 4 of them if we get an extra hearth up, which we should be by storm time. Wait, how is our overall fuel looking? We're still have coal reserves, and obviously we have 11 billion oil, so there's no reason for it to ever dip into our wood supply. Meat? Probably not. That smoldering city is going to level up from us sending all that stone out. I mean, I guess we could level it up again if we send out 2 ticks of meat, because the first level takes 10 amber, right? Yeah, 10 amber. The second level takes 20. This is 20. This is another 10. This will make Smoldering City at level 2. So fine, yeah. We'll send out the meat. Alright. Now let's make sure we grab a harpy. We'll worry about boots later. For now, we just want you. We also want more harpy houses, because now we have a nice I don't want to say infinite supply. We can build them down here and then just move them when we're ready to move them. Because, yeah, we have so much cloth now and easy access to more cloth. We might as well make the harpies super happy in harpy houses. Are you guys not making us bricks? Like, what's going on here? Somebody get in there to deliver the freaking bricks. Alright, you rolled over to make an extra cyst for us. You are just about to. So let's hold off. Oh great, lizards have eaten through all of their things. I'm okay now just with them eating the paste too, rather than munching on raw ingredients, because now once we get this salt mine up and running, which now we can, so let's start building that. We'll be in good shape to make paste. We have basically solved for paste in its entirety. I will need to take out some of our woodcutters, not all of them. Yeah, just 2 of them, please. And we might be able to get 3 of them up once our thing is brought up. Once again, lizard resolve is low. You guys usually aren't the whiners. Man, I really would like to get this up and running. And maybe sacrifice some lizards, because they're a bunch of whiners. There, see? Gave you a glade. A hearth, rather. Oh yeah, we can get you guys out of there. Don't need extra storm water at this juncture. I guess I can put lizards in here and comfort them. Since we can soak up the extra cyst if necessary. That's not enough? Ungrateful lizards. That's the other reason I want to reduce their population, so that each individual member's individual bit of happiness will further increase it. What do we have here? Smoldering City, well, they're not leveling up just yet. Ooh, Ruthville with a big oil purchase. Well, we don't have the packs of provisions quite as well now. I guess I could start like letting you guys use eggs, since you're not fighting tooth and nail over them. Oh, I never took the frickin' lizard out of here. Lesai. You know what? Just frickin' favor them. Get them out of here. And then give harpies some frickin' coats. None of this coddling stuff, because we got cysts to keep our eye on. And the trapper's camp has run dry. Hopefully in our next glade we get more meaty goodness, otherwise we will be a sad panda for having spent that. Let's, while we have extra workers, get these lined out. Oh, 2 dangerous glades events completed. And that +1 salt is now going to be paying us some serious dividends. Because +1 mine production is really good. Oh. My friend, the furnace. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Pies, skewers, copper bars? Oh. If you remember correctly, my lead-sealed forest run, we found a ruin of a a ruin of a furnace in a forest, and that became sort of our MVP building that we carried our economy on the back of. And here it is once again. I love the furnace. I know it's not, like, if you ask any, like, top tier Against the Storm player, their top tier list, furnace is probably going to be cited as a good building, but probably not anyone's, like, best building ever. I don't care. It's my best building ever, and it's getting picked without hesitation at all. It's getting built without hesitation at all. We'll put it up here so it has nice, near proximity to a warehouse. Oh, I just realized the warehouse is... We should probably have roads on that part of the warehouse. But yes, that is exactly what we needed to solve for lizards' whininess, because they like skewers, they like pie, probably just going to make them skewers, but also solving for copper. Now, I don't regret taking this copper extractor. Org house back online. Yeah, we have 13 builders. We really do need to start sacrificing population. And if you guys can build this on time, we might be able to. You are out of that. Fair enough. We've got tons of eggs. Plenty of meat. We could start making leather. Not off of vegetables, because we need vegetables for our oil. Yeah, see how we're out of dye now? And we're starting to chip away at our paste? That's not going to be a problem once the mine goes up and running. Oh, and yeah, we can finish this one too. This actually might also help us out with the lizards. We can sacrifice 2 people this storm now. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, hidden from the queen means that all of our killing people... A shady but lucrative deal that gained 20 amber and a tablet every time a villager leaves or dies. Yeah, we'll take that. And I want to pay with blood from the lizard's population, please. For 20? I hope it applies to the 3 people we're about to kill right now. And now we get another one. Ooh, alarm bells is a good one. Export specialization's fine, but alarm bells, For every 100 points of expected corruption per minute. Expected to gain 20. Ah. And now we're at 7 of 10. All we need to do is let the hearth corrupt once. Like fully corrupt. Because it will send out its feelers and kill 3 villagers. And bingo bango, we've got our followers of the Forsaken Gods. Or we can just get for that and take another cornerstone that will kill a couple of villagers. If we can get another one that kills 3 of them, that solves it right there. But that's what I'm talking about. We did lose a rancher, which we want to replace. Yeah, you know what? You can eat the reeds because I don't want you using reeds here. I would prefer that you guys eat the reeds. And then meat, we can take all of these away, and then the meat will eat the plant fibers. We'll make sure, we'll put a limit of 50 on you. Well, that was efficient and well-timed. 2 of 20. We would need a lot more. This isn't actually that lucrative, even though, yes, we can make... Smoldering City is not going to come due until... Yeah, and I don't want to sell the meat. Probably been my very best storm. Oh, yeah, our guy is good. So now we can... Seriously? Bunch of whiners. So many whiners. Alright, lizard. Frickin' no, we can't... Well, I still want you in there. No, I suppose we'll put you in here and we can comfort engine you. Let's just make sure, yeah, we turned that off. We need to remember to turn it back on, because that will actually trigger the alarm bells. And then this one, we got some wiggle room for it to blight itself up. Also, yeah, we lost people from here, but we still want the vegetables. Still got enough warm bodies for the mine. Nobody gets any special bonuses. But, yeah. You guys can start working for now. Let's make sure that we are making... Well, actually... Yeah, we don't need more cloth at the moment, so you can get in there. Storm's almost over, and actually... Here's what we do. We're right at the cusp, so we just drop down a hostility level and just go from there. Actually, I don't want these to run without the engine going. I mean, we still got a nice crit out of that one, but... And of that one, too. Those alarm bells are paying dividends right now. But yeah, I would like these guys to get our plank supply back up so that we can boost up our thing. And we can start making some freaking skewers. And also the metal for pipes, too. But first, skewers so that the lizards can stop whining quite so loudly. Meanwhile, you guys can finish cracking into this glade. Skewers. Oh god, yeah, mushrooms. We have something that the mushrooms can use, and eggs. We can let you use eggs. We will give you a limit of 50. Also want to turn this on. We're fine using anything other than wood. You can use those. Just keep making them. And the lizards get a boost to this one. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. There's their comfort. Before that expires, do I want to toss the meat? I mean, it's a good price, but maybe not. I don't want to on that one. We'll wait for the next offers. Deep pockets, book of water. For every 30 vein charges mined, all recipes using rainwater. Yeah, we'll take book of water because we're doing vein charges now. Next quests. We haven't actually cracked open into the other one, have we? +5 plank production is insane. And we are kind of in a position to burrow our way into a dangerous glade. It's not what I was planning on, but yeah. Are there any other more convenient dangerous glades? There are not. But for that quest, for that reward, I can feel my oats here. It's gonna take some tunneling. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna need this right here to make room to move the woodcutter forward. Oh yeah, let's turn the rain engines back on for this for the moment. I'm fine with you doing your thing here. Man, where's all of our workers? Well, they're up here, and they're also... No. No, don't unpause. Do not unpause. We're taking the Forbidden Glade one. Metallurgy, a pack of jerky, and +5 plank production is insane. What do you give me? Manufactory? Not worth the effort. Discover 2 dangerous or forbidden glades within 150 seconds of each other. You know what? We can do that. We will discover the dangerous one, and then it is almost instantaneous for us to crack into the other one. The forum is interesting because it does hit lizards and frogs. And gives us woodworking tools production. But no, the Hasty Explorer actually helps us out and gives us 20 pipes. We're taking that one. So we are going to crack open both glades. That might get kind of dicey, but we're already like ready to rock and roll with a second glade. And the timer won't start on this one until we crack open the forbidden one. Oh yeah, we can stop favoring these lizards. Let the harpies give us some rep. How close are we to... Almost here. Good. That's what I like to see. Alright, most warm bodies is here. Oh yeah, we can also probably let the... turn the coats off for the harpies. Wow, we are down to 1 paste. Okay, y'all need to start making paste like yesterday. So otherwise we're going to have some resolve issues. Let's get you on there. Let's get you in here. Yeah, suddenly we're going to have a bunch of people going hungry because I just realized we ran out. All right, we're making more stuff here, so that's good. Yeah, resolve is dropping quickly, but luckily it's not during the storm and we got an influx of paste, so saved. I guess we could have done that other one, but that's all right. Let's actually, we got to put one person back in here to start making pipes. Although no, we could probably just wait for the quest. Be more efficient that way. We do want this, which we're almost there with planks. Please deliver the goods. Zailda! Almost forgot about you guys. Fish scraps. We have not seen any. Ponds, so this is of dubious use to us. Stop it with the foragers' camps, for Pete's sake. Algae is always a good buy. I stand by that. It's always a good buy. Bricks also a very good buy because we don't have the means to efficiently make them, and we have frogs who want them. We got salt coming out the wazoo. Yes, we could splurge for pipes, but we're going to get that from a quest, so that would seem wasteful. Now 140. I guess that 10 for every death did count the ones that just killed them. Because, damn, that's a lot of money. I guess we could do... Well, I don't want to do flour. Yeah, we could buy raw materials, like fish. The fish will be useful for oil. As will grain, actually. We can buy grain. Although, no, we're going to harvest grain. We have 5 ancient tablets. It's crazy. Oh, because of all the deaths. Because of the deaths. Yeah, that's... The perks are not selling me on those. I might quick call a trader or her to see if we can get another round of perk selection here. How are we doing on time? 6 minutes. I think we can still we can burrow. Oh yeah, the high corruption, we do want to get a blight post down, although we might want to just ignore it, but we also don't want, like, so many people to die that we lose multiples. I will probably do, actually I'll probably do a pipe, extension for down here for the box crib, because we don't need more speed since we're getting double outcome. And yeah, the hostility from Glades is going to be a little spicy too. But we are getting more resolved food, especially for our whiny lizards. Alright, we do have harpies, so we have access to efficient... we'll let you do that. Let's go for 15 fuel, but we'll just let you slowly cook at that. Also, yeah, we can... One thing we haven't explored here is the upgrade system here. Pipes and building materials are what we need for these. 5 seconds less to burn up light assist. Move faster or automatons. This can help our material efficiency. This can help our speed efficiency. But we don't have the building material packs just yet, so nothing doing for the moment. We could put somebody on here. We can do cloth. That's the most efficient way. We'll do 8 here. Yeah, we're full up here. I guess we can take you out. Although we're going to want to make sure we get you back on there for clearance. Okay, this is all set. And we can get a path going here. Oh yeah, let's look at our... Oh, we can sell tools, not very efficiently, not for that price. Stone, very inefficiently. Copper ore, we are using that, thank you. Not that we're hurting from money. Let's get one harpy in here. Other thing we could probably do, put a limit here, put a limit here, and then turn on leather. Don't want you, but I do want this algae. And actually we can turn off algae for you. We just want the fiber. Yeah, 425. That would kill more people than we need. So, yeah, understandably we want to make sure that we have enough. Beautiful. Ooh, and it's a mist worm, which is actually probably one of the least problematic ones. Chase away is an option. Raw, no, I don't want it eating my food. I'm fine with it hiding the Forbidden Glades stuff. Yeah, we can feed it 30 skewers, because we're just making more of them. And this is a shattered market. Nice. What else do we have here? 2 abandoned crates, even bigger salt veins. Large broccoli patch is great. And also another stone node is also really great. Alright, good opening. I like it. Now, let's second verse. to get our quick succession quest. We are going to need some people to deal with the events. And also probably a few more harpies to help with the blight post. Since we're about to do a whole bunch of things, I'm going to swap in a harpy for keeper here to get the extra carry capacity. Do we actually need fabric? Probably not. But we can leave you here for a hot minute. All right, we could probably pull somebody out of the mine temporarily. Actually, no. I want harpies. They take breaks more frequently, but when they're locked into a glade event task, they won't take breaks, so therefore they eat less. Yeah, it just takes the warnings off, but we already know that this one is one of the sillier quote unquote drawbacks. Oh yeah, let's look at our clan hall. We do have a means of producing that, and we have two people that like brawling. And I did say that clan hall is one of the better things, so yeah, we'll go clan hall. But we'll worry about actually building that. There's our pipes. There's our pipes. Who else needs pipes? You guys need pipes. You do not need pipes. I think we have enough. Well, we have the pipes. We haven't delivered the building materials just yet. What do we got here? Escaped convicts. So this is one that's going to do some bad stuff to our morale here. Or we could just arrest them. I think I'm just going to arrest them. Let's get 3 more tools and we'll just solve this with the tools. Yeah, no luxury goods just yet, but we'll solve it with the tools. Oh yeah, let's look for trades here. Cloth? Yeah, I'm good for that. We'll make more. Paste. Too ungainly. Jerky should be eaten, although maybe it shouldn't be. I mean, yeah, they like it, but we'll let them eat it during the storm so they can weather it a little bit better. Lots of stone deposits here. And what do we got here? A tool shop. This is fantastic. So let's get a small warehouse down here, because if we're going to be working the tool shop, we will want the warehouse. I'm waiting for that makeshift post to deliver the packs of building materials, which you are right now. Good timing. There we go. And, well, there's our jerky. And there's also our jerky, but we don't need the coal. We'll take the smokehouse. And that actually can help our resolve push. Clan Hall. Again, we don't really have great production of that yet. Unless, actually, do you guys, no, you don't. You do pipes. You do better pipes and tools. And better boots, actually. The better boots is the more important part. Alright, you guys are working on this, and you'll be fine. Forager's camp is done, but we've got plenty for you to get. We've got this. Well, hang on. Before we send you to that, I want you to just vacuum up these. Because I want to get a small warehouse down here. Oh yeah, let's also get some roads going. And you can get some roads going. You know what? I think I am going to call another trader. We haven't called anyone proactively yet. Oh, hey! Don't worry, I'm not attacking anyone. Although that would be a way to get more villager deaths. Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta get clearance water people. I need another frog. All right, let's see what we have here. Brine works. No, thank you. Bigger grill for 33. I mean, it actually kind of works. It's expensive as hell, but it works. Always buy that. We don't need to buy scales. We're good on that front. Boots. I mean, everybody likes boots, and they're cheap. Plenty of paste. Plenty of coats. Nope. Once again, nobody wants biscuits. We could buy more jerky. Although we can start producing it in due time, so I'm not too worried about that. Not worried about fish. We didn't get any fishing huts or fishing spots in any of our other areas, so not really my concern. Yeah, that works. Purchase worthwhile. And also, yeah, we got to get people on here. Or we could get a person on here. This does not need to be solved quickly at this juncture. And yeah, 2 trips is not going to be the end of the world for them. Oh yeah, we can get you in here. We are going to need 3 people to actually do the blight fighting once the storm hits. But let's get a smokehouse built. Yeah, they match. We need a little bit more resolve, but I don't think we're going to get that through actual resolve here. Oh yeah, let's get a an extra building slot here for the frogs. Yeah, do that with stormwater. There's one additional villager. Free packs of building materials. Extra resource, or yeah, we'll do extra resource once we get more packs of building materials. Might as well get upgraded all the way. Alright, yeah, you guys are still doing your thing. And yeah, no need to make flour. Nobody cares about flour. Alright, you guys are ticking your time down in time for that to be solved. You guys are going to meet this timing just fine. In fact, we could probably pull one of you off, but we might as well. We'll worry about all the other resources here once we've made this place safe and also got the small warehouse built. We need more purging fire, I guess. And we are going to need the Blight Fighters here because we're at 531. That would be a lot of people dead. More so than I'm willing to tolerate. Okay, you are capped at the moment, so we'll pull you off. We don't need you guys in here. There, one of each to fight the fires. I don't think in this storm. Oh yeah, we also need resolve. Duh. Well, first things first. Get us down a level, and really, it's back to the lizards being whiny again. Freaking lizards. Yeah, we'll give you the excuse me, we'll give you the jerky. Yeah, all the cysts are down here. I probably should have built a hydrant. Oh yeah, one other thing we should probably do is move some people out of here. Up here. We'll get, yeah, the Harpy House. Because we do want to get we want to bolster Alright, we are maxed on that, so we can go to maintenance mode. Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to take you out of there because you were comforted by that. Fair enough. If we accept people, that will push us over into the next thing and make everybody miserable, so we are not accepting them right now. Let's get a hydrant. Because if they have to walk all the way back... Like, we're about to lose some people because, yeah, they're walking all the way back. I should have planned a bit better. I thought they... Alright, well, here comes our 3 extra deaths. Oh, and the firekeeper died. And a forager died. Well, there's our 3 deaths. Now let's just prevent more of those. Yeah, I don't know why I built the light post over there. Because we're going to probably lose a few more people. Can some builders please get their butts in here and do something? Like now. Because we've got enough fuel, it's just a matter of getting them to the posts here. Yeah, we're gonna lose 3 more people. I mean, granted, that's making us money. See, now they can get their next thing of fuel from the hydrant without having to go all the way back. Well, I guess we can take out these villagers and not worry about... We'll be fine once we're under 100. Here, and I thought I was going to be clever and only kill exactly as many people as I needed, but c'est la vie. Just make sure it didn't kill the people working events. Ah, you guys are done. Wonderful. So at least we won't be killed by those. And actually, I would like to get a clan hall going here. Because I want to try for a year 4 solve is pretty ambitious, but I've done them before. All right, what do we got here? Secure perimeter. For each completed, dangerous, or forbidden. I mean, we get 40 and 40, period. Completing a fortifying event. This is retroactive. I'll take the secure perimeter. It'll reduce our overall hostility. Hello? What are you giving me? A bakery. Don't need... Don't need. Religion, no guarantee. Don't need. Booming economy, the rewards kind of suck. But our most logical pick. So one thing we could do, let's get you guys back in here. Get a harpy in here. Oh yeah, we need a frog in here. We lost more people than I wanted to lose. Which also means let's swap in a frog firekeeper so that we can get our next arrival group sooner. Yeah, let's give everyone their boots. That's so much paste. We should probably turn off the paste fountain. I think we're good on paste. Actually, I think we're good on fuel too, so let's get you guys back in here. I know it's not our frogs, but we do want you... Oh, and yeah, you can just go off of the salt. We will rebuild that. Yeah, because we pretty much devoured all of those. Don't need incense. Yeah, we have so much copper. I'm fine with using the copper for that. Actually, we'll do 100. We are missing... We need bricks. Trader? Let's give it a shot. After all, we made 60 amber from all those deaths. Alright. Coat production for cheap? Sure. Firekeeper techniques, don't care. +1 resolve to villagers with a home? Yeah, we'll take that. Just buying half a reputation, not bad. Yeah, we buy 35 bricks. We will buy 35 planks. We will buy 50 training gear. I know we can make it, but not very efficiently. Sell one of our... Good enough for me. And that puts us at 46 towards our goods sold here. One of the other things we can do... Oh, well, I could have broke this open for a lot of what we needed. I might actually start sending crates for tools here, which means we want you guys to give us 24 tools. We can buy more boots. Those are cheap. I'm not buying tools. We can make pipes soon. I'll take it. Well, that was quick. Oh, and 3 more people. That's even better. Well, now we can use our last charge of the Forsaken Altar. Oh, wait. Did that give us more tools? It did. Because we don't really need anything in there. And in here, don't really need it. In here, that can only really make tea for us. We never built this alchemist hut, did we? We can build the alchemist hut and get some tea. Because the harpies are the only ones that don't care about brawling, which this one will solve. What do we have here? Oh yeah, we can certainly sell paste now safely. Well, we need the provisions. Yeah, we still need more people. I'm not going to be sacrificing people this coming storm. Part of me also really wants to switch to Persuade, but it's too late to pivot. But we are going to be getting a lot of rep off of events. Cooperage. Well, there's our bricks, plus pottery for containers. I'll take the brickyard. We'll build it here so it's not taking up too much room. You're level 1, right? Oh, no, who are you missing? You're missing a harpy? Yeah, you're missing a harpy. Yeah, our harpy population took a bit of a beating. Yeah, we need 2 more new people to get this place going, but we might as well get all the accoutrements. Like, we'll get the marble fountain, we'll get the garden, and 2 more things of parks, and then we can get some more houses. Heck, we could build a lizard house. And yeah, getting 3 people on here will help us out immensely with the resolve in general. So yeah, we might actually get a year 4 solve here. We're making the tools to start sending crates away. We got 3 in the blue. Oh yeah, let's, we only need the 1 back here, and actually we don't need you in here either. We'll get the lizards in here. We will enable brawling. Oops. Let's get a harpy in here. Did you fix this up? Yes, you did. Let's get some pipes going. Get 2 in here. Because we also want boots. So yeah, let's look at this. 0.58 per minute. So yeah, unfortunately, because our population has taken a battering, the amount of resolve or rep per minute we can get is limited just basically by our raw population, or rather lack thereof. 2 minutes, but I don't know if we're going to get a year 4 solve. It would be so awesome if we did. If I hadn't screwed up with the blight post here, we probably could get that. but that is on me. The Forum, or a Tinkerer. Well, the Tinkerer gives us better training gear production. It's a little redundant with everything else that we have. Forum, also kind of redundant, but can allow luxury. I mean, we're pretty good on production of the training gear here. And yeah, so this thing gives us 2 more resolve to all meat-based foods, and then this gives us faster gathering, which is just useful in general. Yes, I know our thing is here. I don't actually know if we're going to need the tea. Plus, container production is going to be a bit of a pain. All right, maybe not. We have plenty of bricks. Alright, I am going to accept these newcomers as soon as they arrive, in the greatest quantity. We will let them all build the buildings that need to be built, and that will let you get to level 3. I guess we can get a frog in here to help us out with our clearance water a little bit. We can probably get you to a level 2. We're just going to need to move a few houses over there. Let's let them finish building these ones, of course. Because even if the storm hits, we might be in good shape. Oh yeah, you're the one that's already been boosted. Final blueprint. Advanced rain collector or cooperage? I guess the rain collector, but I don't really care. Oh, you guys are you? Let's do it. Yeah, because we are going to get some last drives of influence from there, so we might be able to force our way across the finish line, even if the storm dries up our resolve. All right, we can remove exactly 1 house from here without sacrificing our level 3, which is unfortunate because, yeah, that means we need 3 more people to get that to a level 2. But at least we have this as a level 3. I could also, I mean, I could probably sacrifice some oil. Can't really do the other stuff. All right, you are done. You can come down here and get... Not sacrificing. No pay with blood. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah, no, that's okay. None of these help us out. I will decline. We have our deaths. Alright. Well, it does take a little while for our resolve to drop. Alright, let's see if we can get the harpies online here. Let's get our 3 lizards to work on the market repair. You've already made me a bunch of these. Let's get some... Oh yeah, blight fighters. I do not want to lose more people. Got the fuel for it. We just need the actual people. At least for a hot minute. We have way too much. Which means, actually, good. We'll use stormwater. We'll use pots. Because if we can get, yeah, they're all slowly lurching down to the green, which means they're not going to be doing resolve for us. So we're going to need to depend on these final things. But I'm gonna see if we maybe through some favoring. Well, before. It's going to take a while for the lizards to drop, so that might be in our favor. Yeah, because we can't drop our hostility any lower. Alright, we got that. We just need a bit more, because we're going to get one... We need one more tick from high resolve. If we favor the harpies, that will keep them in the blue. We might have a year for resolve. Minute 29. Yeah, we might have a year for solve. You can move up here. Alright, lizards are done, harpies are done. Well, harpies are the only ones left. But they are going to give us a slow trickle, which should marry up with the sending of this crate. Upgrade mine for more ore? Gladly. Keep getting salt. Not that we need more salt. Oh yeah, we can get our blight fighters out of there now. Yeah, I should probably let the harpies actually wear their coats. That would probably be nice. we are almost past the cusp. We have 10 treatments in the bank here. Okay, we finished that one, so all that's left is 0.1. We should be in the clear here. Should get us there right before the storm ends. And how many years your settlement takes is determined by the number of storms. Come on, Harpies. Who's your biggest fan? You're my biggest fan! 4-year win! Prestige 13. Hot damn. Oh, and we got our objective complete. We're an overachiever. All right, folks. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya.